What I would do is I would take photos of food that I'd said I had eaten. I would do things obviously like I would hide food in a plastic bag when I would take it upstairs from my... Hi, my name is Tommy Kelly. So guys, welcome back to another video. Today the video I'm actually going to be making is in response to quite a few people have said to me that the what I eat in a day videos that I have done, which I don't like doing very often because I feel that they just buy into eating disorder mentality, because when you're suffering with an eating disorder, a lot of people with eating disorders desperately want to see food because it gives their brain that satiety because they aren't intaking the food that they're actually wanting, and it's like a craving. You get on Instagram a lot of people taking their pictures of food and such like that. But I want to address this because they're saying to me that basically I haven't gained the weight that they would expect if I was eating the food that I actually said that I was eating. So I'm going to be 100% open and honest with you here, guys. And this is one thing I want to really touch upon. Right, to be honest, so actually I have been suffering a lot of complications with my eating disorder. I've actually been suffering gastroparesis. And what basically gastroparesis is, it's basically when obviously your body uses up a lot of muscle, but actually it can include things like general muscle mass and obviously your muscle tone as well. It basically all decreases because your body uses all these as fuel to keep yourself alive. And basically this includes a weakening of the stomach muscles and possible actual damage to the nerves that actually which signal to digest and actually pass your food. Often when actually this occurs, the delays in actually how your food is efficiently actually emptied into your stomach, and the kind of situation often leads to what's actually called gastroparesis. Let's say obviously if your stomach actually takes too long to actual food can actually ferment in your stomach and can cause bacterial problems. It can also harden in your stomach, forming like solid lumps and such likes, basically known as bezoars as it's called. Let's say it can really cause you an awful lot of pain and things like vomiting, and it can also, let's say, cause ulcers and such like. It's got a lot of real complications, guys. So there's many facets to it. You've also got as well, you've got the kind of, let's say, like nausea feeling. You get a feeling like a fullness after you've just eaten a few bites and such likes. Abdominal bloating, abdominal pain as well is another one. Obviously changes in your blood sugars and a lack of appetite, and obviously weight loss and malnutrition is a real other one as well. What I would do is I would take photos of food that I'd said I had eaten. I would do things obviously like I would hide food in a plastic bag when I would take it upstairs when my wife wasn't looking or when my dad wasn't around, and I'd throw it away. I'd even write down in my diary to my eating disorder team food that I hadn't eaten. And basically what this was eating disorder voice basically taking over me and thinking that I was fooling people. And it's really hard for people to understand that. Another thing that I've actually been suffering a lot with in my eating disorder recovery is hypermetabolism. And when I talk about that, basically this is the basal metabolic rate, which obviously controls things like your functions like basically your breathing and maintaining your warmth and such likes. And obviously when the basal metabolic rate increases, that can actually sometimes, like weight loss can actually occur. Let's see, obviously what causes hypermetabolism. Obviously you've got things like your surgeries such as infections, obviously bone marrow transplants and steroid therapy are just a few things that can actually bring on hypermetabolism, but it's really prevalent in eating disorder recovery. Let's say the symptoms obviously are things like obviously anemia, fatigue, obviously weight loss. You obviously get things like insomnia and muscle weakness and nervousness and irregular heartbeats. Let's say obviously they can actually identify this by a PET scan. Basically what that is, it's like a tunnel type scan. You go into the tunnel and basically they inject like a blue radioactive dye into you, and it can actually show that you're actually suffering from this. It can happen, it can lead for months, it can lead for weeks, sometimes it can lead for a good few years from people. It depends all on your restrictive background. Let's say, obviously, in the very early stages when you're suffering with a restrictive background for so long, your metabolism is slowed right down. And obviously when you start to add in food again, in eating disorder recovery, basically your metabolism exponentially really increases so much, and it can cause you to lose an awful lot of weight. So this has been something that I've been suffering from quite a bit. Yeah, I haven't gained the weight as quickly as I would like to have. Like I say, I'm still trying to reach my first target of 50 kilograms, but I am eating all the food that I say I am. I can 100% show you that, but there is some days that I feel absolutely terrible. You get an awful lot of stomach bloating. To not be too graphic here, sometimes I can have 8 things, and within 10 to 30 minutes I'm in the toilet and it's straight back out the other end. It's basically, it's constant diarrhea basically, and that's very true. A lot of things are just not digesting at all. And like I say, there was a time way back at my very start of my eating disorder, I would lie so much about the things I ate. I would take photos of what the food I ate in a day. I'd be constant on Instagram taking photos of things and looking at people's profiles, all the food they're eating, basically, oh, looking at this, constantly looking at food. I would even go out to the shops and I'd buy food that I knew only too well that I would never ever eat, but it was food that I loved, things like chocolate and chocolate spreads, cakes, and I would have them in the house basically as a form. I've just been able to look at them, and I think that it's some in a way of control, because it's like, oh, I love that food, but you know it's there, you want it, but you'll not eat it. So it's like the eating disorder kind of getting a sense of control. And like I say, sometimes I would have my food, I would make it, I would go upstairs, and rather than having it with my wife, and I would say to my wife, oh, that meal was lovely, and I would feed it to the dog, and I would actually put it in plastic bags and get rid of it. And I would do the same when when my dad was alive, he would be making me meals, I would give through to the bedroom and things like that, or I would wait till he turned his back and I would give it to the dog. And like I say, another thing I used to do quite a lot is my eating disorder recovery team would have me write down a diary of all the foods that I ate in a week, and I would be lying to them so much, but they actually knew that. I mean, come on, they're not stupid. Like I say, they know the amount of calories that you're getting in a day, and if you're eating all that food, you'd at least, no matter what your problems, you'd be making some goals. But like I say, I was only kidding on myself, and it was my eating disorder taking over, because that's one thing we do. It's all about secrecy, and we just want to basically think that it's our identity, but it's not our identity. It's just now that I'm beginning to find the person I am, because I feel that I'm evolving every single day. Like I say, I'm not the person I used to be, but I can be a new person, and I feel that I'm beginning to find my role in life, that veganism and obviously helping people with eating disorders, this has been my path and this is my journey. But I just wanted to put this out there, guys. Like I say, I'll be making a video on my hypermetabolism and also gastroparesis as well, basically explaining a lot of things. That'll be coming up very soon. But like I say, guys, yeah, I've definitely been eating all this food, but like I say, I've suffered a lot of things in the past, obviously, with doing a lot of things and claiming that I was eating this, that and the next thing, when I really wasn't. But that was at the very beginning of my eating disorder, and not that long ago as well, only a few years back actually, that I was still doing this. But like I say, I hope you have liked this video. I hope this has kind of settled the kind of debate here and put things into perspective a little. But I hope if any of you guys have actually been suffering from the very same symptoms, please let me know in the comments below. Let's get a little chat going and things like that. But before I go, I would like to say to you, thank you very much for all your love and support this year. I hope 2017 brings you all the love and happiness, all the success in the world. You guys mean the world to me. I couldn't be doing this without you, and each and every one of you mean the world to me, and I love you so much. I've got so much I want to achieve in 2017, but first and foremost I've got to get my health in a healthy place, because it's just not possible without that. But I hope you can fan me up on YouNow as well. You'll find the links down below, and also as well, can you please click the little bell on my subscribe button on my YouTube channel. That will let you know every time I release a new video, because with the new YouTube algorithm, a lot of people are not actually getting notifications when I actually release a new video, so that would mean the world to me, guys. And remember, keep turboing on, vroom, and have an amazing day. And remember what the little guy at the end of the video says, he knows best. Send you all my love and speak to you all soon, guys. Remember, guys, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.